Okay, I am using a Cuisinart 11 cup, had it forever, food processor to grind up some almonds. Got them from, just whole almonds from Costco. I find that I could buy almond meal, but it's really expensive. Almonds are not inexpensive. I just find it's worth my time and effort to grind them up for this cookie recipe. I'll have the recipe below. I've let these go for about 30 seconds or 45 seconds. I'll check the consistency after about that amount of time. I don't make a fine flour out of these. It's much more like a coarse meal, a almond meal. So you can see it's kind of flaky. I think I put it back on here. Give it a slap. Put it back on for another 30 seconds or so, and your mileage may vary if you're using a food processor. I've also tried to grind them in a Vitamix. That did not work as well for me. I had to put many fewer almonds into the Vitamix just to get them to grind up, and it was harder to get them out of the Vitamix. So find the food processor works pretty well. So once we get to the consistency I like, start combining the ingredients. And I thought I'd had clips in here of all the ingredients, and I apologize, but there's 100 grams of coconut oil and 200 grams of the almond meal. There's an egg. I don't show putting it in there, but I put an egg and 15 grams of Splenda, which is about half a cup or a quarter of a cup. And when you're baking, it's usually much better to go by weight, not by volume, because baking is more precise than just, say, making a roast. I use a melon baller. This is a very stiff dough. It was, loose enough that I could blend it just by hand. But I use a melon baller, and I come out almost always to exactly 28 cookies. I like portion control. And these come out to about 2 grams of carb each. I do not overindulge in these. My husband can get away with eating these without going out of ketosis. So he likes to have a few at dinner with coffee. Not at dinner, for after dinner at nighttime with some coffee. Voila, there are your cookies. Pop this into a 300-degree oven. This is a 300-degree by my oven, which tends to run a little bit warmer, but this is a lower oven than you might expect. And the timing is very precise on this. I don't think you'll be able to hear me, but I'm telling Alexa to give me a timer for 5 minutes, because through trial and error I found out this is really the way it needs to be. So you'll see after 5 minutes, and I am able to tell Alexa to stop, turn off the timer. I'm going to go in, and at first it looks like something's gone wrong, because and this happens every time, the coconut oil is oozed out of the cookie mixture. But the first time I did this, I really thought I'd messed up. But never fear. So, and as you can see, these are kind of loose, but they end up okay. Smash them down with a little fork. And then these will cook for another 18 minutes, still at the 300-degree oven. I think a recipe I saw for this changed the oven. I found it didn't work. Oop, mistook, go back. And I did alter the recipe. I can't remember where I even found this.
Timer, 18 minutes.
But I think that recipe called for butter. I used coconut oil, and it did not call for an egg. I find that the egg helps it bind together a lot better, and the cookies hold better for our experience. And this is with using the home ground almond meal rather than almond flour, which may hold together differently. As you can see, the coconut oil got reabsorbed. It's magic. I don't know how. So you cool them off. You'll see at the end I put them on a cooling rack, a cookie rack. And the products that I use are the silicone pad and everything. I'll have in links below. But we found that putting them in the fridge also helps, because coconut oil has such a low, such a low melting point. It also means it works really well being refrigerated. So pop them in the fridge and enjoy some cookies. Oh, also a pinch of salt goes in there. Recipe below. Thanks.